Standard form. Standard form is a commonly used for numbers that are very large or very small. The key thing here about standard form is that it's a times 10 to the power n, where a is equal to 1 or less than 10. So for example, we got 2.5 times 10 to the power 3. So you got 10, which is the base. You got 3, which is the power. And you got 2.5, which lies between 1 and 10. Also, a can equals to 10. Now, if I look at these examples, you can see another example here. 4.62 times 10 to the power 5. 5.389 times 10 to the power 7. As a reminder, everything to do with standard form have to deal with 10, base 10. So if we look at 10 to the power 3, 10 to the power 3 is basically 10 times 10 times 10, which gives you 1,000. 10 square gives you 10 times 10, which is 100. 10 to the power 1 is 10. 10 to the power 0 is 1. 10 to the minus, notice 10 to the minus, it's 0.1. Or we can write this as 1 over 10, which is the same thing as dividing by 10. 10 to the minus 2 is 0.01. 10 to the minus 3 is 0.001. So let's just look at some example here. Write these as normal number. So you got standard form and you got normal number. So the normal number is, for example, I've got, say, let's just use a standard number here, 200. And I need to write that in standard form. I can write that as 2 times 10 square. 10 square is 100. 100 times 2 is 200. So let's look at these numbers. I need to write these in standard form. So 10 to the power 6, it is a million. So we got 9.92 times 10. So if we take out 2 of the 0, so your answer, write the answer in red here. So 92992 okay, so your answer there is 9,920,000. 10 to the power 7 times 10 to the power 0, so it's 7. Anything raised to the power 0 is 1. So your answer there is 7. 7. 10 to the power 5, 100,000. Okay. Now 5.2 times 10 to the power 2, 5.255 times 10 to the power 2, so it's 100. So we got 5.255 times 100. So your answer is 525.5. So we need to write 32,006 in standard form. So remember, the key thing here is a times 10 to the power n, where a must be between 1 and 10. So 3.2 times 10 to the power of 4. So So 4.5, that's 45, so 4.55 times 10 to the power of 1. 2.3 times 10 to the power of 3. 1.7 1.775 times 10 to the power of 5. So the key thing here, you got 3, and go back and look at the table, times 0.1 equals to 0.3. So again, that's 0.0000, 4 noughts and a 1. So this is 0.0002982. 7.9 times 0.001. So your answer is 0.0079. So 0.9528. Okay, write in standard form. So decimal. So if we should write this, it's going to be 2 times 0.01. So it's 2 times 10 to the minus 2. Okay, got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5.4287 times 10 to the power of minus 4. 6.56 times 10 to the minus 5. 8.9 times 10 to the power of minus 6. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 8 times 0.001, which gives you 0.008. Anything raised to the power of 0 is 1, so this is times by 1. So the answer is 5, 2, 8, 6, 2, 1, 5, and now we got here 0.0214. Okay, pause the video and have a go at these. So I'll leave those one for you to have a go at. Right, now what we got here, we got some calculation using standard form. So to calculate 4.2 times 10 to the power 8 times by 9 times by 10 to the power 5, you put the numbers and deal with the numbers separately and deal with the powers separately. So we got 4.2 times 9, that gives you 37.8, and then you got 10 to the power 8 times 10 to the power 5. Add the indices, so add the powers, you get 10 to the power 13. Then you need to justify, is 37.8 satisfy a times 10 to the power n, where this number a is greater than or equal to 1 but less than 10. No, so we can get one set of 10 out of it. 3.78 times 10 to the power of 14, so we can get extra 10 there. And example 2 work out exactly the same. Look at example now. So let's just look at this example here. We got 4 times 7 times 10 to the power minus 7 times 10 to the power minus 10. So let's just work this out. So we can 4 times 7, 28 times minus 7 plus minus 10 is 10 to the minus 17. Right, is 28 satisfy a? No, it hasn't satisfied a, so it's 2.8 times 10 to the power 1 times 10 to the power minus 17. So I can rewrite this 2.8 times 10 to the minus 16. Let's have a look now at dividing. So we look at multiplying, and we look at the example of multiplying. Dividing, exactly work the same, deal with the numbers. So you got 3 divided by 6 times by 10 to the power 20 divided by 10 to the power 10. 6 into 3, 0.5 times, take the powers away, 10 to the power 10. So 5 times 10 to the minus 1 times by 10 to the 10 is 5 times 10 to the power of 9. These are some more examples for you to look at, which is much more presentable. So go through these step by step. Okay, using a calculator. So we got here, use a calculator to work out the value of x, y plus divided by x plus y. Give your answer in standard form, correct to 3 significant figure. What I'd like you to do is to use your calculator, use second function, exp, and follow this process, exactly what it says here, and see if you get the answer here. So this is to give you a clearer idea on how to use a calculator.